Video blog 6, Derek White, INFM 685. We were asked 2 questions. How much of a contribution does requirements make to a software development project? And also, how will you test interfaces / usability at requirements phase of a software development project? Okay, so for the first question, requirements plays a great contribution to the project as a whole. As far as it comprises of all of the conditions and tasks that must be completed to ensure a successful project. It also provides a clear picture of the work that needs to be done, and also aligns the project's resources with the objectives of the organization and stakeholders. Okay, for the second question, how will you test the interfaces usabilities at requirements phase of a software development project? There's a complete process in order to test the usability, and it which consists of 5 steps in that process, which are planning, recruiting, usability testing, data analysis, and reporting. Okay, on the first step, planning. During this phase, the goals of usability tests are determined. Having volunteers sit in front of an application and recording their actions is not a goal. You need to determine critical functionalities and objectives of the system. You need to assign tasks to your testers which exercise these critical functionalities. During this phase, the usability testing method, number, and demographics of usability testers, test report formats are also determined. For the second step in this process is recruiting. During this phase, you recruit the desired number of testers as per your usability test plan. Find testers who match your demographics, age, sex, etc., and professional, education, job, etc. Profile can take time. The third in the process is usability testing. During this phase, usability tests are actually executed. And then there are data analysis. Data from usability tests is thoroughly analyzed to derive meaningful interference and give actionable recommendations to improve the overall usability of the product. And then the last step is reporting. Findings of the usability test is shared with all concerned stakeholders, which can include designer, developer, client, and CEO. There are 2 techniques for the methods of usability testing, which I found, which are laboratory usability testing and remote usability testing. Laboratory usability testing. This testing is conducted in a separate lab room in presence of the observers. The testers are assigned tasks to execute. The role of the observer is to monitor the behavior of the testers and report the outcome of testing. The observer remains silent during the course of the testing. In this testing, both observers and testers are present in the same physical location. Remote usability testing is pretty much self-explanatory. It is under this testing, observers and testers are remotely located. And that concludes usability testing. So, and back to the first question, how much does requirements contribute to the development of the project? Without requirements, everything can be a fuzz. It will not be clear, and you won't have any set criteria of the functionalities that you would want from the software. and on the end user end, what you would need from the users would know what they need. They would have requirements, but without that being stated and clear with the developer, the end finished product won't generate what is needed from the users and organization. That concludes my video vlog 6.